Perfect.
We've done that.
Mystery.
Friday, 10 o'clock tune. It's showtime, EV Café News.
Every single week, that gets me fired up. Welcome to the EV Café News, and thanks for switching on and powering up. And we're fast charging through the next 30 minutes with the biggest stories in sustainable transport with expert analysis you won't find anywhere else. From Paul, from Sarah and Sam. Now, Sarah, I'm going to come to you first. First, are you well?
Yes, thank you. I am. I think I was poorly last week, but I'm perfect now.
Good, good. Now, it's a big day today. The Green Fleet 100 is being announced by little old me, don't you know? And it always feels like an extra special privilege to interview and talk to the very best in our industry and recognise excellence. You excited?
Oh, I just love this day. You can't have the Green Fleet 1000, so we have the Green Fleet 100, and I would urge anybody who knows anybody on there to just lift each other up because it's extremely powerful. It's kind of sharing in the celebration that is today.
Can't wait. Hour and a half, 2 hours of just singing the praises of the people who do brilliant stuff in our industry. Really excited. Tune in later. Paul, how's your week been, darling?
My week has been exceptional. It's been a little busy in places. I've felt a little bit sort of stretched, but that's life. With these things happen. But there's been some really, exactly. There's been some really great elements to the week. Probably the highlight being the Zemo event in South Wales in Carmarthenshire, with a big truck and some BT Open Reach vans and. Some cool people, some great brains in the room, so that was a real privilege. And just on the Green Fleet 100, I had a text from somebody last night, quite a senior person in the industry, that said, I'm in the Green Fleet 100. Isn't that exciting? It's really a real privilege. And it is really nice to get that recognition. We look forward to that.
Absolutely. And a man who needs no recognition but is doubtless going to get some today, Sam Clark.
I don't know about that. No, I think I've had enough, to be honest.
Yes,
I
agree.
Mate. More coming, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. No, it's it's been a very busy week, John. A lot of stuff going on in the HGV, a lot of stuff being built, a lot of stuff being ordered. It's nice, it's good fun, but exhausting. Anyone that's involved in the ZHID projects is going to be in for a rough ride for the next 6 or 7 weeks as we reach the end of the financial year and the end of the budgetary period. So my heart goes out to all the other people in my shoes right now who are trying to deal with a multi-million-pound project coming to an end, or coming to a budgetary end. So, good luck to everyone that's working hard on the ZHID trials at the moment.
Yeah, and a big up to Sam because he does work incredibly long hours. I mean, we receive emails from Sam that you would normally send during the day at ridiculous o'clock. Bloke just never stops. Kirby's the same, and funnily enough, so Sloman. But
I was about to say, and you. We're all the same.
No.
That's how we do this. That's a really serious point. This is how we do this. We get asked all the time, how do you do your day jobs and the EV Café? And I'll tell you, because we do it the rest of the time as well, because we love you, we love the community, it's worth it, it's good.
Right, let's get on with it. Grab a brew. Let's engage ludicrous mode and dive into this week's cleanest headlines. And coming up, home and workplace EV charge point grants have been increased. It's party time for charging. Sarah, coming to you for that one. Plans for a new 26-bay EHGV charging hub have been approved for Brum, the UK's second city. It's happening, everyone. Revolution coming your way. Samuel, coming your way for that one. Plug-in hybrid vehicles can use 3 times as much fuel as stated by manufacturers' official figures. Apparently Donald Trump made up some numbers. Now, are stories about plug-in hybrids relevant anymore? Paul, I'm coming to you for that. And a solid-state battery achieves a 5-minute charging time, brought to you by donuts. More on that soon. Donuts. But first, the EV Café commercial clap, where we highlight innovation and new things in our industry.
A commercial clap from the EV Café.
Innovation applauded.
Innovation applauded indeed. And TfL and Total Energies are delivering 43 new EV chargers in the City of London. The charging infrastructure will allow drivers to recharge within 30 minutes and is expected to be located near key routes used for essential road journeys, typically made by high mileage commercial users, including taxis and freight, as well as near high streets and local amenities. Many of the bays will be located in South London, including Bromley, Lewisham and Sutton, to increase the opportunity for EV drivers in the area to charge their electric vehicles quickly and conveniently. This is the second contract awarded to Total to deliver EV charging points to support the growing demand for EV infrastructure across London. And it's interesting, this story, because it's still happening. We're still putting in charging infrastructure, even in London, and the revolution goes on. Next up, Volkswagen-owned luxury car maker Bentley Motors announced a new commitment to use 100% sustainable aviation fuel for all customer car air freight shipments globally, effective immediately, which the company said will enable it to significantly reduce emissions associated with air transport whilst maintaining high levels of customer service. I do hope somebody's got a tumble dryer going in the background.
Is that a washing machine? Washing machines live longer
possibly.
with Calgon.
Oh my God, that sounded exactly like the advert. That was
You're
Can
welcome.
someone please edit that later? And we'll get the original. I swear they're the same.
We will do that work. Now then, according to the company, the new commitment will support its Beyond 100 Plus sustainability strategy, which includes an overarching target for Bentley to be end-to-end carbon neutral by 2030. Good work. And Pod has launched a new end-to-end charging service for fleets, which offers drivers automated reimbursement regardless of their home energy provider, called Home Fleet, part of a revamped fleet offering that brings together home and public charging. Pod have partnered with Right Charge to provide a new reimbursement feature. The Home Fleet solution includes installations of Pod's home EV charger, the Pod Point Solo 3S, as well as access to a nationwide network of public chargers when charging is not an option. And our good friend Duncan Webb at the AA says that they can save, using this service, around £1,000 per driver every year. And he says it streamlines their fleet management and will be crucial for reducing operational costs as it expands its EV fleet. Well, that was the commercial clap, and now 7 minutes past 10. Let's get on with the news. Sarah, prick up those ears, eyes, coming to you soon. The government is increasing grants for workplace and home chargers from £350 to up to £500 from April the 1st. The uplift will cover almost half the cost of a typical charge point installation until March 2027. The Department for Transport has also simplified the current EV charging point support schemes available by reducing 8 grant types down to 5. So we're going to have less grants, so people can navigate and select schemes and discounts more easily. The 5 grant types now include the Charge Point Grant for renters and flat owners, the Charge Point Grant for residential landlords, the Charge Point Grant for households with on-street parking, and the Workplace Charging Scheme. The Schools Grant will be extended for another year with grants of up to £2,000 available. Hugh Grant, however, has nothing to do with it. The EV Infrastructure Grant for residential landlords, the Infrastructure Grant for staff and fleets, and the Charge Point Grant for commercial landlords will close at the end of this financial year. So this is all about the redistribution of the available money. It's not new money, but it's a different distribution of it. Good news, Sarah?
I wonder if that's what's in the washing machine, just printing and washing some more money for us to use. But I'm delighted to see that this is happening, because all that ever happens is people say, I would go, but I don't have a home charger yet. And there's so much choice on the market. And at £500, that's kind of half price for a lot of them, unless you get them through your energy company. So this is really encouraging, especially in the flats environment. I was talking to the team at Zaptec and all the cool stuff they're doing for people who live in multi-dwelling use, I think it is, building, so MDUs. And I think this is just a massive tick box for encouraging EV. For once, I'm happy.
Paul, commercial vehicles and fleets, how are you feeling about this redistribution?
Oh dear.
I can't hear him.
Excellent.
It was the washing machine. I was
okay.
rooting for the washing machine. So there you go. I was trying to hide it, but failed. No, I mean, look, there's a lot of good stuff out there, and I think it's really important that because if you're a commercial vehicle user, I think there is a separate grant that can be applied for, unless that's changed in all of this news. But and also with Turbocharge, who we spoke to recently, with the gully getting across the pavement and all of those kinds of things. Look out for that podcast. It is a good one that is going to be coming up very soon. It is pretty exciting. So I think we've got to double down on making sure that people that are taking vans home can charge at home and at no cost to them.
And talking of government support, Sam, you mentioned in passing that you're coming to the end of your ZHID funding. What next?
That's a very good question, and one we've been talking to the powers that be in the industry for some time. What next is a very good question, and we don't know the answer.
Right.
Plug-in truck grants ambiguity remains, and what subsidies may or may not be available in the commercial space are also somewhat disjointed. So what next is a small question, but needs a very, very big answer, because at the moment there's just too much uncertainty, and there isn't a long enough roadmap to trying to deliver decarbonisation up until 2030, 35 and 40. So that's a very small question that requires a very big answer, and we haven't got it yet.
It's my job. I'll tee up the questions. You guys have got the brains and you can answer them. Paul, you look as though you're either in discomfort, dear, or you have something to say.
Probably the washing
I
machine.
have something to say. Well, it was just interesting when we were with the Welsh Government and a few people from Innovate UK. There's been rumours that there will be some mentions around on March the 17th, when I think ZHID have got a big wrap up. But they seem to confirm that there is news coming very soon. But whether it is on the 17th or not, who knows? But there seems to be positive noise in the background.
Excellent. We love a bit of positive noise around here. Tell you what, it's 12 minutes past 10. Should we do the shout-outs? Come on, let's go. And guess who smashed the doors in this morning? It's the old door smasher himself, Steve Watts from Economy Trucks, at 11 minutes past 7. Next up, James Hobson, 7:39. Look at that. Happy anniversary to me and the EV Café. This time a year ago, I was featured on the commercial clap. A huge thank you to JC, Sarah, Sam and Paul, the A-team. Bless your little heart. Hope you're doing well, and let's catch up soon. Stuart Humphrey, more of a man you will never find, with a bigger heart. What an absolute superstar. He is just awesome. Love you, hug you and squeeze you. And next up, Simon and Barbara are in the house. Clean Tech fans, and they're on the YouTube, don't you know? And they were the original two who used to watch us week in, week out, before you lot all jumped on it. And now look at that, Belinda Guy, she's on the YouTube as well. Good morning, Gary Comerford. I was here at 6 o'clock, but my comment seems to have disappeared. Is that the digital equivalent of the dog ate my homework? Behave yourself, you fool. Paul Shearer, father, the new VAT ruling is massive news. Tell us more, darling. Now,
it is.
Here he is.
Can I just say, Stuart
Yes.
Humphrey, you popped it up very briefly, but disappeared again, and I'm really intrigued. Has anyone seen the legal case this week that said public charging could have 5% VAT applied should an individual consume less than a megawatt hour per month? Sorry.
Yes.
So that's very, very curious. I'd love to know more about that. We should probably investigate that.
Indeed, yes. It's getting verifiable sources that's the issue with that story. Lots of rumours, not much actual news. So we're not carrying it yet, but it's a rumour that's going around in the mill. Guess who's here? It's Jamie Fretwell. Now then, Jamie is now so tall that when he lies down for a nap... Oh, right, OK, now, just bear with. When Jamie lies down for a nap when he's visiting me in Falkirk, his feet touch the Isle of Wight, and the sea level in the English Channel rises by 3 inches. Jamie is now an official hazard to shipping. This is true. Now then, we've talked about Belinda Guy. Ash Bannister, old Two Mugs himself. Are you coming to the partner day on Monday, Ash Bannister? Because there could be a new mug for your collection. If you are coming, if you're not, we might send you one anyway. Peter Heath, he's got nice teeth. We're going to see Peter next week at PLP to look at their wonderful charging foundations and also their solar carport. Maybe, Paul, we'll even do a little bit of filming.
Maybe.
Right, Tracy Kearns, lovely to have you here. And yes, darn busy day for the EV Café team. He's here also. DEV of the Chakravarti in the house. Leon Gomez, good morning to you. Kate Tyrrell. Now then, Kate Tyrrell, love you, hug you and squeeze you. Lovely to have you here. And it's fabulous to see you doing the rounds. Let's catch up soon because we've missed you and it's lovely to have you back. Harry23 Abel. No idea who that may be, but I have had to dial in on the YouTube.
He's very able.
Yeah, indeed. LinkedIn
Yes.
doesn't seem to be connecting. We have
Some demons
Yes.
there, I'm afraid. Sorry,
we've got
everyone.
We've got Michelle Harris, who's the automotive lead for LinkedIn at our partner day on Monday. Oh, yes, we're going for the big guns. So we'll pick this up with her later. Paul Shearer, Barnfather, we've talked about. Toby Hiles, he's got nice piles.
Wowzers.
Oh no!
You could have said tiles.
No.
You could have
No,
said tiles.
let's move on.
Mark Smith
Does
is
the
Mr.
miles?
Mr.
Anything.
Soggy.
Anything. Yeah.
Anything but that.
But I'm John Curtis, and you knew where I was going. Mark Smith, Mr. Soggy, good morning. Darren Anvona loves Sarah's dancing. Teresa Swift, she's running late. Missed a couple of weeks. That's very late, darling. Right, now then, Sarah Wellstead, good morning all. How great was Stuart Humphrey on the podcast this week? 10 out of
right.
10. So, Paul, podcast, Stuart Humphrey, where do we find this little beastie?
Well, you can find it on a multitude of platforms. You can find it on Spotify, you can find it on Apple, you can find it on all of the usual things, but you can also find it on our website. So you can just head over to evcafe.org and hit the podcast tab, and you will find over 150 full of joy and innovation and excitement and challenge, but also really, I mean, Stuart was great because he really connected with that whole mental health, well-being kind of processes. He's a great advocate for that, and it was so good to be able to really get to grips with that with Stuart. What a brilliant advocate he was.
And thank you, Sarah, for calling it out. Really appreciate that. Ian Mayhew's having issues connecting today. Oh, darling, talk to us.
On YouTube. Come to YouTube.
Mark Smith, he's
It
got the
wasn't
doom
LinkedIn.
loop. Lulu O'Hagan, Madame Le Bonbon. She couldn't get a connection this morning. We can only apologise. LinkedIn, I mean, they're a small business, you know. It's a real problem. Now, where are we? Michelle Breffett, she's here. Sorry she was late. Yeah. Bring a note. Not interested in your apologies. Now, who else we got? Jim Blair. Jim Blair from Arnold Clark and the Wellstead family. Oh, Wellstead Family TV. Get them, aren't they fancy? Yeah, they had the doom scroll as well. Oh, it's been a sad day. Evie's made easy.
Made easy. Bonjour.
Yeah, bonjour indeed. No problems on the YouTube. An awful lot of people have actually started to transfer over to the YouTube from the LinkedIn. So
I'm there.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure. Tick that
Do it.
and the bell
press that
and all that.
button. Electric Evolution Podcast. Good morning, peeps. How are you, gorgeous folk? It's Liz Allen, in case you didn't realise. Do you know what, Liz? I didn't, and it's lovely to have you here. Marvin Samuels, poor Gary. I think that's just generally in life, poor Gary, bless him. Where else are we? I think, Matthew Leng, Matt Leng, he's in the house. I think. Now, Warren
he is.
Phillips. Can I just tell you something about Warren
Oh,
Phillips?
yes.
So Warren's made it from the EVA England, and he sent me a DM this morning, and he said, I'm posting my Drive to Survive binge on Netflix just to watch the news. How cool is that? Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton. See ya. We are in the house. Love that. Right. Thank you, Warren. Really appreciate that. I think we're going to get on with the news because the comments are off the charts. Let's move on. Sam, coming to you for this one. Planning consent. At 10:19, planning consent for a new 26-bay electric heavy goods vehicle shared charging hub at Hams Hall Distribution Park in Coles Hill, near Birmingham, has been secured following the development of its first 16-bay site at the port of Tilbury. Fleet is building out its shared charging hub network at strategic locations across the country, and Fleet's new facility will allow 26 HGVs to charge simultaneously using 26 ultra-rapid chargers. Selected chargers will include megawatt charging for ultra-high-powered charging. The facility will provide 8 truck and trailer bays, 10 tractor bays, a welfare cabin for driver comfort, and 15 park and drive car parking spaces to support flexible fleet operation. The revolution, as I said earlier, is happening. Sam, exciting times in this space.
Isn't it just? Isn't the market moving forward at pace, right? We've still got a long way to go, but the likes of Fleety, GridServe, and all of the other guys that are building stuff in the public domain, hats off to you, because it's hard work. But it's amazing to see this stuff coming through. Port of Tilbury effort is great. I was chatting with the CEO of Fleety just yesterday, Chris, and wish him all well, because it's really, really good for the business, for the industry. And what I will say before Paul does it is I would also like to highlight that I am very passionate about this being commercial charging, not just HGV charging, right?
Absolutely.
So where it is possible for this infrastructure to support long wheelbase vans and up, then we should also be celebrating that too. So certainly my focus is to make it commercial charging as opposed to HGV charging in the future, to try and cover more of the fleet mix.
Sam's right, that's got to be the key to success, hasn't it, Paul?
Absolutely, and I think it's key to commercial success as much as it's key to the success of the transition, because I think the vans going through taking 50, 60, 70 kilowatt hours in a very short space of time, and then moving on as trucks could do the same is really good, and I think we've needed this for some time, and I'm really hopeful that, to Sam's point, that we see that stretching out beyond just the GridServe and the Tilbury Dock one, probably not too handy for the van world, but yeah, it's good news.
What's also lovely, Sarah, is that Sam has saved and spared my blushes, because he didn't correct me and say I'd got it wrong by talking about Fleet. He just subtly put Fleet E into the conversation and corrected me tactfully, and I love that. Thank you so much.
No, I don't know whether I've corrected you, because after all this time, I still don't know how to pronounce their name. Is it Fleet or Fleet E?
Oh no, I have a third one. I've heard them called Fleete, like Fleete, as if they were from the continent. Fleete. But yeah, if it's going to bring you a continental piece of news, actually, there's a group called Traton, who are part of a huge group. I think it's Scania, VW, Bus and Truck, and MAN. And they've built 200 trucks and 180 charging stations all across Europe in less than 2 years through nothing other than shameless collaboration. They've just sort of left everything to one side and all grouped together to build that. And they made a really interesting point that not everybody on the continent is given a credit card or an RFID. So the EMSP piece, the software piece, is huge out there, giving them access via roaming apps. So all different, horses for courses, different countries, different restrictions, different plans. But I'm proud of what we're doing in the UK, even if our numbers are catching up.
Gosh,
And Traton Group are also looking to the UK market now as well, I can say, from
Absolutely.
this week. Yeah, good shout out.
And it is also
Interesting.
Go on, Paul.
Oh, I was just going to say, interesting point from Stuart Murphy here. Stuart Humphrey, I'm sorry. Interesting the plan for BYD to roll out 301 megawatt chargers in the UK this year.
Yes.
I'm excited to see this. John, you and me are off to China in the not too distant future. We can hit up the guys in BYD live in China and see what they've got to say about this kind of story, because I've not heard that before either.
And also this morning I saw an electric motorbike in China that looks like, a Kawasaki Fireblade or whatever they're called. And it has 140 kilometre an hour speed, 0 to 60 in 10 seconds, which is slow, but cost you $1,000.
Oh, wow.
I kid you not. We're going to
Little
find
tears.
that bad boy. Yeah, right.
Less than mine.
Slightly less than mine.
1024. Plug-in hybrid electric cars, PHEVs, use much more fuel than officially stated by their manufacturers. A large-scale analysis of about... I know,
This is the best news story ever. I love this one. Oh, keep it running.
the long and short of this is that because the petrol engine kicks in far more frequently than anybody actually knew, they use 3 times more fuel than the OEMs said they did. And this has been
I'm so happy. That's the best news
This
ever.
has been a study which has, I think it's encapsulated 10,000 vehicle data points to prove this. And so they're using on average 6 litres of fuel per 100 kilometres travelled. That's outrageous that we're getting away in this day and age, or OEMs are getting away with putting out blatantly false figures. Paul, we need some transparency in the automotive sector. We are all dedicated to bringing the truth, whatever that is, as best we know it. This is, frankly, outrageous.
It is a little bit. And it feels like another lawsuit waiting to happen. I mean, somebody's going to get under the bonnet of this and go, hang on, you told us this and it is that. I mean, look, we've got it with stuff that we didn't ask for around the CO2 emissions and paying lower tax and all of those kinds of things. You know, the VW in particular have had to, you know, shell out a ton of money. We've got the finance people all having to pay a ton of money because things that weren't quite true got sold. You know, was it utterly wrong? Possibly not in some of those cases, but this is utterly wrong. And we've known it for a long time. We've got evidence from the Fraunhofer, sounds like an Austrian basement in my opinion, but there we go.
Oh, he's off again.
Oh, not this. You're going to get us cancelled.
Oh dear. But it's just fundamentally wrong, isn't it? And it's stuff that we've always known, and everybody's turned a blind eye to it, but now it's being called out, and it should continue to be called out until somebody has to do something about it.
Now, I think we'll name it here first. This is going to be Fevgate.
Fevgate.
If you've got a better name for the lawsuits that are coming their way, let us know in the comments. Final story, 1027. Donut Lab. I kid you not, Donut Lab has verified its new solid-state battery that can charge from 0 to 80% in as little as 5 minutes. We've talked about this a lot, but this is important. After showing the battery at CES, independent tests by technology research venture VTT assessed its charging speed and heat performance under extreme conditions without active cooling. Charging speed is usually measured in C rates. 1C equals a full charge in 1 hour, while 11C is about 5 to 6 minutes. Most lithium-ion batteries charge at 1C to 3C with cooling. In testing, the battery reached 80% of charge in 9.5 minutes at 5C and fully charged in just over 12 minutes with 100% of capacity available afterwards. At the faster 11C rate, it reached 80% in 4.5 minutes and fully charged in just over 7 minutes, retaining up to 99.6% of capacity. Donut Lab says its design does not need heavy compression or complex cooling, which could make battery packs simpler, cheaper, and more powerful than traditional lithium-ion batteries. This is just awesome. The here and now is brilliant. The near future, Sarah, is just electrifying.
Well, don't take it from us. Peter Lever is an EV Café follower. He'll be there on Monday. He's partnered with Donut Lab, so he can give us the inside skinny on that. And if you head over to Instagram, Verge Motorcycles, who utilise this technology, part of the Donut Labs group, is running a weekly series saying all the facts you need to know over the next 7 days.
Fabulous. Right then, everybody, I'm fascinated to know what you're doing this weekend. Paul, what are you up to?
We're off to Southwold for Caroline's birthday weekend. We'll be surfing, paddleboarding, running around, doing nuts things like that. So that's what it is. Caroline's birthday tomorrow, 28th of February.
Happy birthday to you.
That's fabulous. She deserves a medal and a half, that one. Sarah, what about you? What are you up to?
I'm entertaining the teenager, my daughter, and my mum's birthday is early next week, so I'll be taking a day off. Whoa, a day off.
Goodness gracious. And Sam, what are you up to?
I just can't get past trying to work out what size Paul Kirby fits in a wetsuit, to be honest. It's how...
That man is on a shred. He is a stack these days. He loves it. Can't wait to see the YouTube.
I'm not sure I'm going to post that one.
Yeah, you
Like
will.
Sarah
Of course
Brown,
you will. Yeah.
If you'd
Yeah, I
like
like
to
Sarah
see
looking
Paul
after
Kirby in a wetsuit, do let us know in the comments. and
Nobody
we'll see
needs
if we can
that.
find one. Right,
Well, I
okay.
will say,
Oh no.
I've got my
Quick.
boots.
Ah, yay!
I've got boots, and most importantly, I've got gloves. There
And a
we
hat.
go.
You need a hat. You're going to get brain freeze this time of year.
Well, I don't
Very
mind
cool.
the brain freeze. It's the hands.
Well, you've got no
that
hair,
do it.
so you're going to need it. Right, moving on.
Thanks.
It was going so well, wasn't it? I was doing such a good job of being nice, and I ruined it at the end.
He just needs a gimp suit now. We've got the full set. If you have any
Cancelled! Cancelled!
or news stories you'd like us to cover, please send them to us at hello@evcafe.org. Until next Friday, it's goodbye from me and it's goodbye from them. This has been an EV Cafe production. Other sustainability news services are available, but this is just funner!
Hello,
The EV Cafe. We're lucky, you know. We got the AA, Webfleet, Europe Car Iveco, Avalo, Drax, Utility Line, PLP, AW Energy, CPD Bodies and True Charge as our sponsors, and we love them. We are the EV Cafe, supporting the transition to clean transport. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend wherever it takes you. And until next Friday, why not tune in and listen to the Green Fleet 100? I'm just off to go and join that call.
Good
now.
luck, John. Good luck.
See you at 11. Love you all lots. Best of luck to my friends at the EV Cafe, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye!
Bye.
Bye. Me on the beat.